What's up? This is Gerard Wickware. Well, I'm sitting here in the comfort of my own home. Sitting here actually in my man cave. I work full time, so actually it's my office slash man cave slash dialysis unit. Yeah, my own personal dialysis unit. Can't get no better than this, right? Well, before I go that way, let me tell you a story. This story is about a young man that I knew. He's 14 years old. Was in a car wreck. Shouldn't have been driving, but he was, and he had a car wreck. He hydroplaned in the rain. He was thrown 30 feet out the windshield. When he was thrown 30 feet out the windshield, um, the EMTs, to my recollection, they said that they got him, took him to the hospital, and he was unconscious. While at the hospital, he contracted spider meningitis. Spider meningitis caused the brain to swell, and they needed to remedy that. So they had emergent surgery and actually put a VP head shunt in his skull, in his brain, to drain the water off his brain. And a VP head shunt is a device put inside the skull that drains water from your brain when it's swollen. It has a tube that comes out the brain down to the abdomen and comes out when he urines or passes water. Well, not only did he have the head trauma, he also had a lot of his organs suffer from this wreck. A lot of the organs suffered, but no more than his kidneys. His kidneys suffered the worst. So, therefore, at 15 years old, he was forced to do dialysis. Yeah, pretty horrific. But, hey, there goes life. So, he did the dialysis as hard as it was, at his age and at the young preteen life years that he was going through. Did it for about 4.5, 5 years. And when he got through, or didn't get through, but when he received a call, November 28th of 2000, year 2000, they were offering him and had a kidney transplant to give him. So that was a blessing. That was just a wonderful thing. After doing dialysis that long, he finally was called for a kidney transplant. Well, he didn't stop there. He got the kidney transplant, and he was also interested in, going forth and learning more about this debilitating disease that he had, the kidney failure and whatnot. Although he had the kidney transplant, that's not a safety net. It doesn't last forever. The kidney transplant is going to fail eventually. So he went back to the clinic that he did dialysis at. And when he did that, he went back not just to, tell everybody hello and let them know he's doing good with the kidney transplant. He actually applied for a job there as a dialysis technician. Yeah. And that'll be like one level up under a nurse. They do the machines, they take care of the patients, they do everything that the nurses don't do and do also. Well, believe it or not, the nurses, as they knew him and knew his, I guess, lifestyle and just his thrive and the way he reacted toward them, they gave him a job. Johnny on the spot. He went through his training, and he actually did well. He did well there. He worked there for about a year and a half. And some dialysis nurses, which were called travel nurses, from another state, came to his facility that he worked at, the same facility that he did dialysis at before, and they actually were there to help with staffing because, sometimes dialysis, even hospital, any kind of department may have a lack in staffing and need, help. So they had some travel nurses come to his facility and help him with, you know, their staffing at that facility. Yeah, let's do it like that. And well, they heard about his story and they were just so elated and just, wild about it. And they're like, hey, it's great you're doing this and whatnot, but you can actually come travel with us around the United States and make more money and do more things, learn more, and be a greater technician actually. So he did. He actually accepted the offer and dug into it and started being a dialysis travel tech. Yeah. His first assignment actually was in Spokane, Washington. Spokane, Washington. So he left from Missouri all the way to Spokane, Washington, just like that. He was ready to go and do new things and do and give better to what people did for him. He wanted to just pay it back. Well, story's not over because when he traveled for over 20 years. I think maybe 22 to be exact. But over 20 years he traveled as a dialysis travel tech, did travel nursing all around the United States. Okay? Where I'm going with that? Well, he helped hundreds of thousands of people. He had been to Washington, to Canada. He went to, name it, California, Arizona, Texas, Kansas, Massachusetts. Oh boy. Wow. I mean, unlimited. Pennsylvania, all the states. He had been to so many states, just so many places. And in doing that for about 20 years actually, yeah, he got tired of it. Kind of got burnt out. You can't get burnt out after a while. Especially after staying up 16, 12 hours doing a job, over and over repetitively. No matter how much you like it, repetitively, you may get burnt out. Well, he didn't have a burnout for the love of dialysis because, hey, that was all his life. That's what dialysis was. Now, he did go to college, Southeast Missouri State University, and his major was construction management. But he ended up in the healthcare because of his situation. So he did all the traveling, and in doing that, he met his wife, and she was support in everything he did. She was a support in everything he did. And that's another thing I want to kind of sideline. A good support system always is a good thing. Always a good thing. Well, he met his wife, and she went to military, and as she traveled around the world, because she was active in the military, he traveled around the United States during that 20-year tenure. Well, kind of got old, He's married. He don't want to really go nowhere, traveling, kind of been there, done that. Every city's the same with a different name is how he saw it. So with that being said, he started followed her because again she was getting different MOSs and been different, sent to different bases and whatnot, and he ended up in Oklahoma City. She was based there, so he followed her there, and he kind of dibbed and dabbed in dialysis to go look for other jobs, other jobs that may need and whatnot. And lo and behold, the first job he had when he went to Spokane, Washington, his recruiter sent him there. Well, that was the same company that's in Oklahoma. So, kind of, ding, light went off on his head. So he went to go visit them, see who's there now and see who's working there and who do we know anybody and all. So when he did go back to the same dialysis travel company that he traveled to 15, 19 years ago, some people were still there. In fact, his recruiter was still there, and his recruiter was now the vice president of that company. So he got to thinking, hey, what would I be as a recruiter? Why don't I kind of check that out? And make a long story short, he was offered a job as a dialysis recruiter. Can you believe it? It happened. This guy, he had been through hell and high water at 14, 15 years old, went through dialysis as a patient, got a kidney transplant, traveled around the United States as a caregiver to dialysis patients, and now he's a dialysis recruiter. After all that, all roads lead back to dialysis. And that's all his life. That's all he's done. Well, guess what? That young man, that was me. Yeah, that was me. Dialysis is my life. That's all I know. That's all I want to know. All my patients, all the staffing, all the knowledge, if you will. I love it. I just love it. Well, at some point in time, he went through the change in the duration of being a dialysis tech. Well, let's go back. A patient, then a tech, then a travel tech. Now he's a recruiter. Well, life is good. Everything's going well, right? Yeah. Remember I told you kidney transplants don't last forever? Well, his didn't. Yeah. Last year, January of 2022, my kidneys start to fail again. So now, here I am looking for a second transplant. I've already had one. Looking for a second. Well, not feeling down in despair. I knew this was going to happen. But it makes you feel good to know that you were a part of so many and could have helped so many and still can help so many. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. I'm here to talk to the patients. I'm here to talk to the family members. I'm here to talk to the support systems. I'm here to talk to everyone that knows someone that's suffering with kidney problems or on dialysis and can benefit from having home dialysis, not being able or have to go to hemodialysis at a clinic 3 times a week, and you can stay at home and do it yourself. Do it yourself. I don't have a nurse to come in. I've been doing this for 20 plus years, so I'm pretty vested. But I cannulate myself, I stick myself 4 times a week whenever I choose to do so. But I'm on the machine for about 3 hours. It's just a blessing. It works out very well, very well. The AMA is a document that the nurses give to the patients that want to get off the machine early or don't want to do dialysis. Well, I don't have AMAs. I wake up and I can't chastise myself when I don't do right or I drink too much and I eat the wrong things. I have to have discipline, and you would definitely have to have discipline to do so. But in these different videos that I'm going to show and going to share with you, I'm going to show you how I do the machine, how I cannulate and stick myself, how I go about my days for dialysis in my dialysis unit. because it is mine and it's very beneficial to me. Um, for any questions, any ad lib, it's all positive. I just want to help. I just want to use what God gave me, actually. He took a catastrophe, that wreck, that car wreck, that self-induced car wreck that I caused, that I could have killed myself in the midst of. And he took that catastrophe and turned it into a career. I can't say no more. That's a wow factor. That is a wow factor. Took my career and took my catastrophe and turned it to career. Wow. Well, don't want to talk your head off right now. Just want to prep and tell you what's coming up in the near future. I'll go through, I have unlimited information to tell you about, whether it's me being a technician for 20 plus years and how and what I need to do or didn't do and the ways I dealt with it, or for the patients, for the ones that say, hey, this is overwhelming. I don't know if I can do this. Yes, you can. Dialysis is not a death wish. It is not at all. Actually, guess what? Dialysis made me. It made me who I am today. It made me who I am today. I work full time. I got a beautiful wife, beautiful support system. Don't have any children, but I'm a paw pup. Got an English bulldog. What more can I ask for? And I got breath in my lungs. And so do you. That's all you need. Breath in your lungs and a will to do, the will to live. Well, I actually didn't stop there at a dialysis recruiter, because I am still a recruiter for a company here in Oklahoma. But I write contracts for dialysis nurses all across the United States and whatnot, and PCTs, travel techs. I also do speaking, public speaking. I try to help and encourage and tell everyone what was and what wasn't, and what to and what not to do, to be. God blessed me with that kidney transplant for 22 years. Yeah, I think it was 22 years. I had it for 22 years, and then it finally cut out on me, which is expected. But now I need another one. Right now I do dialysis for the second go round. But it's easier now because I know what not to. At the young age of 15, I was young and dumb and didn't comply with a lot of things. It's a blessing I don't have diabetes, but I do have, kidney failure, kidney disease, and all roads lead to dialysis. So that's what I'm going to do and stay afloat, stay ahead. Again, I'll be very interested in talking. Leave comments, push that like button, smash it 6, 7, 18 times. Tell your friends, tell anybody about what I'm doing and the dialysis. I promised myself years ago I was going to have a page, and guess what? Next in line looks like on a book. I'm going to write a book and tell you who I was and what I went through and how I got over. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Let's get this going. Let's get these numbers popping so we can share. Word of mouth. Everybody loves the internet. But let's do something right. Let's not get on just for getting on sakes. Let's get on and learn something. Let's give something for our health. Let's do this better for our health. I got unlimited information to tell you guys and share with you. And I can't wait to the next go round. My next video actually is going to be me on dialysis. I'm going to be on the machine. I'm going to hook myself up, stick myself, show how I initiate the treatment, how I go about it. I won't keep you on for the whole 3 hours, 3 years, 3 hours, but I will hit bit pieces of, you know, my normal day on dialysis and what it instituted, what it was needed, and what it consists of. I thank you again for taking your time to click in and see how dialysis made me. It made me a better person. It made me a career. It made me so much more. Thank you.